Oh my goodness. There we go. We're here. We got the fish tank. I should probably do it like that. Where we can see the tanks. Boom. Welcome. Rayquatics live from Florida. Thank you guys for sticking with me. We're a bit 30 minutes behind here, but it's better than nothing. We got my native Florida aquarium. We'll be feeding my bass very shortly. Addressing some concerns that people have been having against the legality of it all too. It'll be very interesting to see that, and we're gonna be showing you guys the plans for the next video that we got coming out. Hopefully Monday we're gonna have the new video coming out, exploring the wildlife of Florida. So I'll give you guys a minute, get situated, get ready, get all up into the live. Jack will be here shortly as well. We'll be getting her done. Welcome everybody, one and all, to the Rayquatics live stream, live from Florida, northern Florida. We're here. I'm gonna be chilling around, chilling out, waiting, watching. When we get new people on, I'll ring the bell. We're chilling here in the back room. We've got our fish tank going. Anyone with questions, comments, concerns, all that jazz, please put them in the comments below. I'd love to see what you guys have to say. We love to hear from you. Live stream adventure with the fish tank. We got it. So I'm just gonna be chilling here in my chair. Drop you down. Drop you guys down. Welcome to the live stream. This is Rayquatics Live. You know, we are temporarily set up here in Florida. We've got our fish tank. Wonderful fish tank going on in here. I'm just taking a seat waiting. What's going on? Katie Strickland, hello. #1 chat. Welcome to the live stream. Returning viewer from the channel, always nice to see. How's it going tonight? Quick hello and update. See, we got another people live. How are you? I'm doing great. I've been hanging out with the family. Chilling here in Florida. 13 people, welcome. I've been chilling here in Florida, hanging out with the family, you know, getting aquatic, getting wet and wild. I've got my fish tank set up here for the another week before I leave. I've got a largemouth Florida bass caught on my own property. So that's going to be really cool to see once we bring that back up to New York. But I've also got a bunch of native plants, native fish. It's really cool. Do you have a cat or a dog? I have both, actually. Please end my SI. I don't know what that means. Please end my C. I don't know what that means. Please end my suffering. You're not suffering. There's no suffering. You're not suffering. I'm going to end it right now by the sheer fact that there is no suffering. Get a fish tank. A fish tank will definitely help. Do you like fishes? I love fish. Fish are friends. Fish are not food. We've got my fish tank going right here. If you subscribe to my channel, you would see that I have a whole bunch more fish than what I have here down in Florida. Like I said, I'm on vacation right now. I had to set up a temporary aquarium just to get me going, just to satiate that desire for fish. I love fishes as well. That's amazing to see. I'm happy that we all love fish here. If anyone who loves fish, type fish in the chat. I'll be sure to shout you out. We're all just a bunch of fish lovers here. But, you know, I just wanted to, like I said, update you guys on what's been going on. I've been chilling with the fam. hanging out, going to the beach, going to the springs, chilling here in Florida. But I'm still trying to work on some videos. I want to get at least 2 videos filmed and done while I'm down here. I've been here for 9 days so far. Like I said, about Monday, I'm going to be having a video release of exploring the freshwater springs of Florida, seeing what we can find there. But, you know, Florida weather, as it were. A lot of thunderstorms, a lot of rain. But yeah, you know, that's just what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Anyone got any comments and questions, put them down in the comment section below. I'll be sure to answer them. If you want shout outs, I will shout out first time commenters if you subscribe to the channel. Obviously, you know, helping build our fish family here. Like I said, be prepared, subscribe for the new video coming on Monday, exploring the freshwater springs of Florida. And honestly, I think that video would end people's suffering. What's going on, Thomas Carter? Do you want me to subscribe? If you want to subscribe, Thomas. What's up, Gladiator Crew? Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the live, everyone. Like I said, first-time viewers, put hi in the chat. Say what's up. I'll shout you out. Thomas Carter, do you want me to subscribe? Only if you want to subscribe, Thomas, because I can't force you to do anything. If you would like to, you can certainly. Welcome, Stephen Olson. Stephen Olson said hi. How's it going? Okay, I was just scared. You're welcome. Scared? You don't have to be scared. Just sub. Gladiator Crew just subbed. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Like I said, now to all those new subscribers, Monday, we're going to be having a new video release of exploring the freshwater springs of northern Florida. I have no clue. You're good. But like I said, any other questions about where I am, what I'm doing, please. I didn't mean scared. I said just subbed. Okay, perfect. Well, you don't have to be scared. You don't have to be anything. Just subscribe. I appreciate that, Thomas. Like I said, welcome to the family, everybody. The fish family, as it were, is what I like to call it. We're just some people doing fish. Darius Garcia. Welcome, Darius Garcia, to the fish family. Like I said, it's always fun to see new people here. Anyone want to, you know, if you got anything to talk about, please type it in the chat below, too. You know, this is not just me blabbing at you. It's more of a conversation. My fish died yesterday. What kind of fish was it, huh? That's sad to hear. I hate losing fish. I hope that its life had a good meaning, you know? But, yeah, what kind of fish was it? I'm interested. Was it a betta fish? A goldfish? Was something better? Interesting, interesting. I've got a bunch of native freshwater fish here. Goldfish. Yeah, I hate to see it. I think it's a canon event for most fish keepers to have that goldfish. And, you know, you did the best you can. What was it, in a, you know, 5-gallon tank kind of dealio? Or did he have a big, nice pond? Because you generally, the goldfish, like I said, they're not going to last too long for the first time. But it's always sad to go through it, fish loss, you know. But I've got a bunch of mosquito fish as well as some Lipomus species. I've got a warmouth as well as a red ear sunfish and a bass. Stephen Olson said hi again. Welcome, Stephen Olson. Thank you. Thank you for saying hi. Thank you for joining the live. Appreciate you guys being here. Like I said, I was a few minutes late with starting this up because I had to go grocery shopping, believe it or not. But still happy to be here. I want to show everyone that I'm still alive. Been making an update and stuff just because, you know, I've been posting a lot before my vacation. I let everyone know I was going, but then I felt, you know, I felt disconnected. I feel that no one was asking me a while. You know, I'm not to that point yet, but it just got to the point where, you know, I want to make sure people know that big things are still coming from Rayquatics, that we're still going to be making content, driving everything home with that. We're getting better every day here, trying to improve. Like I said, you guys have suggestions of what you want me to do. Put that in the comments too. I'd be very interested to hear what you guys would be interested in with fish keeping, with nature, with all that kind of stuff. So yeah, and hopefully soon we'll be getting Jack going in here, and we'll both be chilling on the live. Like I said, I just started this up preemptively just to get you guys in, get it going. You know, if we get like 10, 15 people in here, we will go outside and we will start fishing live. Steven Olson spamming hello. What's going on, Steven? Say something else besides hi. I'll respond to it too. You want to ask a question? You want to subscribe? You want to do anything else? I appreciate you being here, Steven. Thank you for saying hi. But yeah, that's such is life, you know. But if we get about 15 people joining the live and liking the live, I will go outside and we'll throw a few lines in. We'll start casting right in my backyard here. We got a dock, we got everything. So like I said, we get more people in here, we're gonna start going fishing. This is just consider this the waiting room, right? Yo, see, you keep saying hi, man. I appreciate it. Hello, you know, hello. Keep liking it up. Fight for number one. Yo, where's Shelly at? Where's Shelly at? Am I right? Hopefully Shelly comes here. Yeah, for those that don't know the lore, we have a few returning people. What's your favorite type of seafood? Oysters. I love oysters. Baked oysters are my favorite. I think Jack would agree. Crab, pretty good. A shellfish guy, I really am. I'm not much of fish. Like, my favorite type of fish to eat would probably be grouper or snapper. But my favorite thing is baked oysters, especially down here in the south. Up north, they don't make them good. But down south, you get some baked oysters, some Parmesan cheese, a little bit of butter, garlic, to die for. Absolutely beautiful. There's a 2. Spamming twos, Steven. I mean, look, you could be number 2, but you really want to try to be number 1. But you like Seafood Gladiator crew? You have any favorite type of seafood? Or are you, I used to not be a seafood guy. I used to not like it much. It really took coming down to the American South to really appreciate where it all comes from and, actually have good quality. Because when you're in the cities, a lot of it's shipped out from across the country, across the world. Down here, it's all local. You know where it came from. You could probably go swim there, you know. So I think that's the best kind of seafood. I don't really mess with stuff. IDK. You don't even know. Well, I appreciate the fact that you keep spamming random comments and stuff just to keep the chat going, Steven. It really does mean something. That even if you're saying nothing, but we just keep the conversation going here. How's the connection on your guys' end? I know I've had trouble with the Wi-Fi and stuff back in my at my house up north, but down here in Florida, is the Wi-Fi good? Is that Florida Wi-Fi good? 3RT Airway. I'm assuming you're just spamming things. Oh, you're third now. You're number 3, Steven. Gotta work to number 1. Gotta try to be number 1. We gotta fight for number 1 contributor in the Rayquatics Live here. It's going to be going crazy. Look, tell all your friends. Tell them to keep going. Tell them to come down here. We're going to be going fishing very soon. Once we get about 10 people joining the live. Number 1, baby. We're going to get some people in here. I might go gather my brother real quick. Tell him to come join. I don't know what he's doing. He might be, might be relieving himself. But we're going to be going crazy. Like I said, we get more people in here. Steven, tell all your friends. Come join Rayquatics Live on YouTube. YouTube Shorts Live. We're going to be going outside into my backyard and trying to catch some fish. Hell, we could even go for a nice little ride. 4X Go CH. Alright, so you're just typing random. Like I said, I appreciate the random stuff. Trying to be number 1. But I don't think he'll ever be number 1. I think you could be number 1 if you engage in the conversation rather than typing random stuff. There's no shortcuts, Steven. No shortcuts. But we appreciate your contribution nonetheless. Seriously, it's going. 3rd of all time in my class. 3rd of all time in my class, then we will go. Understandable. Understandable. Get your whole class in here. Like I said, show them all the Rayquatics way. It's gonna happen. We're gonna be making this big, and like I said, we get 10 people. We get at least 10 people in here. I'm going outside. And we're gonna be going fishing, and you guys are coming along with us. So that'll be something crazy. That'll be something we do. You know, I don't like to do crazy things unless I got people to show it to. You know, we need that energy to keep building on itself and, spiraling down into utter chaos or whatever. So keep bringing it up. Keep bringing it up. Question is that I subscribe for you and I will send it to build. Is that What do you want me to build, Steven? I subscribe for you, and I will send it to build. Yeah, I'm not too sure what you're meaning there. What do you want me to build for you? I could build a, like a Lego set or something. I just built a Lego set actually today. A one-piece Lego, guys. That one's pretty crazy. But other than that, I do not know what you're talking about. I'll tell you one thing though, the bugs down here. Oh my god, a lot of mosquitoes. It's good for the fish. They love it. I see them all the time. That's where the fish get their name, mosquito fish. But I hate them. Not good for me. Tell you that much. Question is that I subscribe for you and I will send it to Bill. But we appreciate all the people in the live here. Like I said, we get a few more people. We get about 10 people going in here. We're going to be going outside, doing some live fishing action for you. Hell, we could even go on a gator tour if that's something you guys want. We do have access to a golf cart and many various ponds around the greater area. So you can do that with your phone number so that I can call you. No, I'm not giving out my personal information on this app. I have already given out too much personal information on the internet in the past. It's not good to give random people numbers and stuff like that. There's like a million scammers that already have my phone number, so you can just ask them if you want it. But no, I appreciate you subscribing though. What? I'm not giving you phone numbers. That's the what right there, not responding. Like I said, thanks for subscribing. You can subscribe and watch my videos. You can comment on my videos and I will respond to every comment. So that's something I hold myself to as well. Anyone that wants to comment, like, or subscribe to the videos, I will respond always. Steven Olson with the still number 3 though. He still ain't number 1. Come on, Steve. What are you doing, bud? But we're going. We're getting it going. We got 5 people. Appreciate y'all coming in. We're going to be going soon. Like I said, we get a few more people in here. We got my brother coming back. We'll be going outside, exploring the native wildlife. I'll even throw a dip net in there. You know, see what kind of fish we can catch. See what kind of fish we could catch on the live. 7 people. Welcome, everyone, to Rayquatics. That was a fake yawn. Red and blue in the middle of the world. The blue of the earth is the blue. Yeah. Beautiful poetry, really. It's quite deep, I feel. Yeah, quite deep. But yeah, no, that's a wonderful thing right there. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's like poetry. It rhymes, you know. It's like poetry. It rhymes, you know. But yeah, no, that's the life. We got Steven Olson, number 1, number 3, but number 1 right now. You're number 1 in this live. I'll tell you that much. You know, we'll change it every live. There's a certain person, you know, and then you're this person right now, unless someone comes and dethrones you. But we got 5 likes, 5 viewers. Appreciate all of the support, guys. Look, it's a lot, right? It's not a lot to some people, but to me, this is great. The fact that we got people here and you're enjoying life. We're just sitting here talking. So thank you, guys. Really. Always appreciate it. Let's check this. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. Look at that. That's hilarious. Alright, guys. I'm going to take... I don't know what is going on. Me neither, Steven. Are you okay? Yo, blink twice if you're not okay, Steven. This is great. This is just life. But look, we got the fish tank behind me. Here, look. You guys want to look at the fish tank? This is my wonderful native aquarium. You see my bass in there? Then we got bass, snails, a bunch of live plants. We have a red ear sunfish as well as a warmouth. Some really nice. Yo, Xavier's Pokemon, welcome to the live. Always happy to see a subscriber in chat. This is the Florida Aquarium here. All native Floridian fish. We've got my Florida strain largemouth here, Biscuit, I'm naming him Biscuit because we got Beefy back home. So we're going to have Beef and Biscuit. I think that's pretty cool. My 5. What's up, 5? Steven Olson again. But yeah, no, we're just chilling here with these Florida fish. Like I said, we get a few more people in the live. I want to try to get up to 10 people at once, and we're going to be going fishing. I set this tank up here about, I'd say about 8 or 9 days ago now. And I got about 6 more. Oh, excuse me. How old are you? I'm old enough. I'm old enough to, yeah, I'm old enough to do anything. Old enough to vote, old enough to do that. How old are you? See, people really want information. I'm not trying to give out too much information. I'm old enough. I'm 20-something years old. I'll give you that. It doesn't really matter age on the internet. You could tell I'm old enough to have facial hair. So, you know, clearly I'm not a child. And that's really all that matters. But thanks, Lily, for appearing in the live here. Hopefully you're already subscribed to the channel here if you like fish. But we're just showcasing my native Florida aquarium here. And if we get a few more people, like I'm a broken record saying it, but we get a few more people, we'll be going outside, doing a live gator tour and fish catching, trying to see what's out in the lakes of Florida. But yeah, any other questions you guys have that do not relate to my personal information, please put them in the comments there below. I'll be happy to answer them. I really love to answer people's fish questions. If y'all got fish tanks and have some trouble, have some problems, I'll be happy to troubleshoot with you, happy to fix stuff out. It's that's what I really like to do. But other than that, we're just sitting here chilling, having a good time, talking about life, talking about fish. Welcome everyone to the live stream of the fish tank. I'm gonna feed them now for you guys too. We'll put a little bit of pellet action in there. The bass might go crazy. Oh, there he is finally. 4. Good day from Australia. What's going on, Aqua Lizard? Welcome. Good day from Australia. Well, howdy from Florida. We're here feeding the native aquarium here. Watch, we're gonna get him going. We finally got Jack. So the thing is, Jack, I'll clue you into what we're doing. We're trying to get numbers. 8. If we get at least 10 plus, we're gonna go outside and do some fish catching.
All right, sounds good.
That's what I said to my friends here. Xavier Pokemon, I have 2 iridescent sharks. Iridescent sharks. Oh my god, how big are those? How big are those Xavier's Pokemon? Are they babies or you got some full growners right now? Oh, there's still 2 of them. The 2 original ones are still here. The 2 original shiners are still in here. But yeah, we're feeding them all. We got the warmouth there, and they got the little red ear sunfish there. All these guys came out. They're still babies. All right, good. I mean, I hope you have a big enough tank plan for them when they get bigger. You want to take that other seat there?
Yeah, I'll grab the other one too in a minute.
Oh, okay, because I'm sitting here right now. Good. I just got a little native tank, but way different to this couple. Oh, a couple smelting rainbows. Yeah, you got a rainbow fish going on in Australia native.
Oh, that's sick.
That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. But yeah, this is all native here, completely everything harvested from my backyard, literally. Rocks, wood, sand, everything. But I can only imagine how different a Australian native tank to a Florida native tank would be. That's got to be. Yeah, what part of Australia are you from, if you don't mind me asking? Obviously it's the coast, but which side? We do have. I know people down there, man. It's a great place. A lot of beautiful wildlife. I plan on buying a fish pond. Hey, that's pretty good. Make sure it's big. Those iridescent sharks can get absolutely massive and they can live for a very, very long time. So make sure you've got a 20-year plan in the southern states. Nice. And there's still rainbow fish down south in Australia? I thought they were more of a northern jungle kind of dealio. I lived in the tropical north but moved. Oh, all right, cool. Did you get the rainbow fish from up north or are there rainbow fish down south? And if you know what the species is on those, I'd be interested as well. Because there's a bunch of really interesting fish from Australia and Oceania that, you know, the thing is it's harder to get normal aquarium fish down there, but the fish that already live down there are completely different. So it's definitely something cool to see. Yeah, all my plants are doing good in here. Oh wow, you got the whole species. See, I don't have Jamie with me to pull it up, but I'm gonna pin that. I'm gonna pin that message. That's insane. Are they like the dwarf rainbows, or they're the full size, like the whole 9 yard kind of dealio? I'm not too taxonomical with the rainbows myself. I know that a lot of the dwarf guys go pretty crazy. Is that a common aquarium species, or is it something that's more, special? Because, yeah, I think this tank looks... I mean, what do you guys think? You guys think this tank looks pretty good for having everything harvested naturally? I think it's pretty decently scaped for what it can be. It's a pretty nice tank to have, just, everything was free. Dope tank. Thank you, Aqua Lizard. I appreciate it. The Murray River rainbow fish. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, you redacted it? I love the scientific names, buddy. Was that the real scientific name, or was it wrong? It's good. Thank you, Xavier's Pokemon. I think it's pretty good, too. You think it's just good? Nice. Thanks, Breeze. I like how everyone's encouraging me. My tank's not that bad, right? It's definitely too small for this bass, but like I said, this is all temporary here. I'm on vacation, so I just set this up. The people who live in this house, they do not want to keep it, but I'm going to keep it for as long as I'm here. I've got some crazy native plants, too. We got the creeping jenny, we've got giant hairgrass. I think this is like a guppy grass kind of dealio. We've got Ludwigia, and we got hornwort, too. So the diversity of aquatic plants in this area is awesome as well. Here, let's unpin this, and let's repin this. It was real. I didn't mean to do that. I have a few other tanks with shrimp, fahaka, eels, wild betas, etc. That's beautiful, Aqua Lizard. I love wild betas. What species of beta you got? You got some macrostomas? That's my favorite. But a fahaka puffer's nice, too. And what kind of eels, too? Like, native eels? Like the New Zealand giant eels? Or like, the spiny eels, Are you bringing that baby bass home? Yes, I am, Xavier's Pokemon. Yes, I am. Because this is a Florida bass, which was recently reclassified as a different species than the northern largemouth. So these are two different species of bass, and if you guys know anything about Florida bass, fire eels. I love fire eels, though. I got a tire track back home. Spiny eels are my favorite. Fire eels are definitely my favorite spiny eel. Just big, giant hot dogs. But the Florida bass, as some of you may know, their growth potential is quite larger than... Do I get to name that one too? No, because this one's going to be named... I want to name it Biscuit, because I got beef and I got biscuit, and biscuit's also good because it's like southern. Yeah, I know. Well, what do you got? Crap. What was the other one that I had? I had a species of wild betas. I forget what species they were now. But what species do you have, Aqua Lizard? I'm interested. But I mean, we could do a naming contest for this bass, but I want to name it Biscuit because it's like beef and biscuits, and biscuits is like a, there's something you get down south rather than up north, so it's like Florida bass. Keep it with the B names. But, and also I wouldn't want the same person to name it twice because we got to give other people a chance, Savians. I'm sorry. I really appreciate you naming beef. Like, look, once we're at 500K and everyone knows Beefy, everyone will know who named Beefy. You know what I'm saying? That's a deep cut channel lore. We're at 7 people now. Like I said, if we can get 10 plus, we're going outside and we're gonna do some live fish catching for y'all.
You know why I put the thing in your food?
No, not at all. Actually, that's kind of scary.
No.
Well, you're wearing different pants. I was just joking. No, I know it's all good fun. I'm only half joking too, but because that's the thing, I do want to name this one Biscuit, but at the same time, I did like the Embellus Rubra Appy Alien betas. Fire! The Beta Embellus is awesome too. The Rubras are also nice. Those are all really nice. And then just the fancy HMPK. That's fire though. You breed them all yourself? Do you like, because I know the hobby in Australia is very, I guess not limited, but you know what I mean. There's a lot less local fish stores and stuff, do you help out people around your area? You breed the alien betas especially? I know people in the States that would kill for alien betas. I used to work at a very highly regarded fish store, and even we couldn't get the alien betas in good quality, so it means a lot. It means a lot, really. But I haven't. Well, I forget which beta species I had. It'll come back to me. It wasn't the Embellus, not the Rubra. It was something common though. It was just breed for me. Hey, that's pretty good. I mean, I've bred fish just for myself in the past too. You know, I love the whole breeding aspect of it. I'm more of a set up the environment correctly kind of guy, rather than I'm gonna pump these fish out like a factory kind of guy, if you know what I'm saying. Because I'm just lazy. Because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work if you get something that don't raise their own babies, and you got to raise the babies. Oh, it's a mess. You know, live foods, the tank water changes, all that stuff. But I have a few things that I breed back at home, like my rams and stuff, and it's always fun when they have the babies. It really is. We love good parents in the fish world. We love them. But yeah, this little Florida bass, has been getting bigger every day. I've been catching mosquito fish outside in my backyard and throwing a little bit more in here every day and watching them go absolutely crazy. But long story short is the Florida bass are a different species that have a higher potential for growth than the northern largemouth bass. And unfortunately, the world record largemouth bass is a Florida bass, but they split the species between the largemouth and the Florida bass. But the world record northern largemouth was caught as a Florida bass. So theoretically, the world record for a largemouth bass will never be broken again because they changed the names of the fish. So the only way to get a world record bass is to get a Florida bass, if that makes any sense. It's a little confusing because government and scientific name and all that BS, but we're still going to do it. And I might have a naming contest. I like the name Biscuit, though. You know, Biscuit the bass, Beef the bass, food, north, south, beef, biscuit, kind of dealio. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. But really cool aqua lizard, beta breeder. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. And also those rainbow fish too. I think that's kind of insane. I mean, there's one fish that I have yet to find here. This was going to be. Thanks, Avians. I appreciate it. There was one fish that I really wanted to find. Elastossoma gilberti. The Gulf Coast pygmy sunfish. Or the Okeechobee pygmy sunfish. There's another species. I forget the species of Elastossoma that is. But I have yet to find them down here. I found many invasive apple snails, but no gilberti. I'd like the monster fish, but we just can't many. Like the Fahaka are $1,600. 600. Wow. I used to be able to get a Fahaka for like a 150. That's insane. And I mean, it's understandable. The import laws are crazy. That's why, you know, when I'm not in Florida, I live in New York, and you know, you can get anything in New York. And it's kind of a sad reality of things. Is I love it down here. I love this more than oh, we're back. Sorry about that. I don't know what just happened, but I love this more than I even love importing random fish from God knows what. I love seeing stuff in my own backyard, but you know, just the sheer diversity of stuff you can get up in New York is crazy. And the prices too. Even down here, everything's cheaper. Groceries cheaper, gas is cheaper, but the fish are actually a little bit more expensive. I was down at my local fish store here in the Gulf Coast region, and I mean, the prices weren't horrible, but they were you know, comparable to what they would be up north, where you would think everything's cheaper in Florida. So it's an interesting dichotomy with the fish market. It really is. But I'm gonna tell you, Aqua Lizard, don't get discouraged about it, because I think that there's more to be said about conserving your local fish populations and taking what's in your backyard and bringing it home and seeing what interesting things you could find, because the hobby tends to overlook what's in your backyard, unless your backyard is the Amazon River or Lake Malawi, you know? So I think there's something to be said about conserving your local waterways, because that's kind of the lifeblood of life. We can't take from the wild. Well, That's a government problem. And as long as you're not documenting it for YouTube like I am, I wouldn't give a crap about it. I've already gotten crap for my comments about taking this bass, but it was on my own private property, so they can't stop me. And it sucks because that's the whole problem I have is, you know, they want you to buy your own fish, but then you can't buy fish that are, you know, no one sells fish that are native to where you are. But then some of the fish that are native to where you are some of the most coolest fish you could ever possibly keep. So it's a very, very weird gray area there. Because if you see one of my later videos of catching a pumpkin seed sunfish, that thing is it's one of the most beautiful fish I keep, and it's a fish I caught right in my backyard. Versus, you know, importing a, you know, wild cherry Oscar, or, you know, a chili red Oscar, or a, you know, a alien beta or whatever, you know. It's kind of crazy. But that sucks, can't take from the wild. If you can't take from the wild, then how do you have a native tank at home? Is that just, you know, I shouldn't talk about that, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, or was that done under the guise of legal collection? Because I've seen Keeping Fish Simple collect from the wild. Do you need a special permit? Or that you just can't do it at all? Because I know in where I am here, like, the only problem with people have is of me catching the bass and the bluegill is because they're game fish. But the mosquito fish and shiners and bait fish, you can just harvest as much as you know, you can harvest a certain amount each day for bait, but just, you know, keep them as aquarium fish instead of using them as bait. So it's a very interesting thing there. That's why the local laws and stuff, you know, you change counties and they change here, the laws of what you can do. None of it? What pants were you wearing? You can buy them from the shops. Every state is different. Every state is different. Yup, exactly. So they do sell. Is there a big market for native aquarium fish in Australia? That's something I'm interested in. I do have family in Australia. Eventually, I will be making my way across the whole world to go over there to see what's going on with that scene. But I have yet to, so I'm very, you know, unfamiliar with it. Here, I'll give you guys a second to catch up. I'm gonna go grab a water, just because it is 92 degrees in this back sunroom here. I'll be right back. Fish tank's live. I'm back, everyone. I'm back. It's not a good angle. Do it like that. That's a perfect angle. Perfect angle for the Rayquatics live. See, and then at this point in the live, when it peaks and it levels out, I know that the people that are still here are the real ones. So, this is just water, but cheers to the real ones. If you're a real one, you know who you are. Type real in the chat if you know. I guess no one's real. But that's honestly really interesting. It's good to meet people from all across the world here. I believe last time I was doing this, I had someone from Luxembourg, which is crazy. But Australia is definitely cooler. I know a little bit more about the hobby there. It's hard to say about the native hobby. It's hard to say about if the native hobby is popular because we have a lot of larger fish and just a lot of plain rainbows. A lot of people keep exotic. Yeah, what's like the equivalent to a bass in Australia? Are there mountain grunters in Australia? If you're familiar with this fish that I'm talking about, I don't know the scientific name, but the mountain grunter, I believe they might be from Oceania, but not Australia. But there's a few certain fish that are like kind of the equivalent to like a bass or a sunfish, but you'd find them down there, evolutionarily or whatever. Because those guys I'd be seriously interested in some of that kind of thing too. Because, you know, people are like, oh, well, what's the difference between a fish you'd eat and a fish you'd keep in a tank, right? Like, you go to Bass Pro Shops, they don't got cichlids, they got bass in a fish tank. But it's also more for anglers. But at the same time, I think that all fish are good fish, you know? A neon tetra is just as cool as a largemouth bass. But I think most people keep exotics. You do have a species of bass. Scooty grinders. Sooty grinders. That's an Australian name, a sooty grinder. I think I know what you're talking about, though. I've seen videos and stuff of anglers down there catching some cool things. But it's just cool to see. It's just cool to see how people keep fish differently. Yup, the Scooty grunters. Yup. Okay, no. So the grunters. I'm sorry. I knew what you were saying, but so there are grunters down there because the mountain grunters I think are from Papua New Guinea. Don't quote me on that. But grunters are a really cool fish. I think those are awesome. They're quite pretty, honestly. And then it's a gray fish rim. I like them. Okay. Like look, I got a freaking warmouth right here. It's gray, brown. It's the subtleness. Hell, even these guys, the iron color shiners, if you see them, they'll come out. Yeah, look, the iron color shiner. You see the stripe, the little tiny golden stripe. Not much, but I love it, you know? I love it. The subtlety of a fish, it's more so than how colorful can it be? Like, obviously, we love betta fish, but that's why, wild bettas get me going. Like, an alien betta, the colors of an alien betta are much more, like, beautiful than something that's, oh, this one's purple, this one's blue, this one's yellow. Like, if that makes any sense. But at the same time, it's still just genetically selected for it. Because there's some nice fish here, like, even these mosquito fish, the guppies, we've done stuff to them. It's like pugs and everything to make them look a certain way. And I'm not trying to tell people that you have to have strictly line bred, or keep it from the same collection point kind of thing. I'm not trying to make you, I'm not trying to enforce any rules like that. I'd rather we enjoy our hobby, personally. And we just keep fish, and keep things alive. And keep things happy. And keep yourself happy. And you're suffering. Someone wanted me to do that. That's how you do it. You get a fish tank. But yeah, that's kind of the main thing. Any other questions and stuff in chat? If you guys want to see me go outside, go fishing, comment go fishing. With any other questions, comments, concerns about my lifestyle, put them in the chat. And my brother, Jack, he's coming. He was here. Breeze says go fishing. That's one for go fishing. When my brother comes back, we will go fishing. How about that? We will go fishing, okay? For you, Breeze. When my brother comes back, I'm going to switch out with him. I think I got to go to the bathroom. But we're going to do a little switch out. Keep it going. Keep the live stream happening. Oh, I do have this, too. Another small aquarium. It's hard to see because there's no light on it. But there's Florida least killifish in there. That's a cool species that I found. That's probably the closest thing to the actual aquarium fish that I found down here so far. We're not in southern Florida, so there's no Burmese pythons, there's no peacock bass. This is pure, unadulterated Florida. Betta Fish Productions says, hey, what's going on, Betta Fish Productions? You should talk to Aqua Lizard. He likes betta fish as well. Sorry to throw other people together, but how you doing, Betta Fish Productions? I'm assuming that you keep betta fish. Do you keep any wild bettas? That's going to be the question of the night for Betta Fish Productions. What kind of bettas do you keep? Are you strictly a Splendens kind of guy? Or, have you ventured into the rubras? Have you ventured into the macrostomas and the crazy bettas? Right? Let's see what it is. But Breeze, we will be going fishing soon. Your plight is not on deaf ears. We will. Uno segundo. So if you know what this is, 10 points. 10 points to anyone who knows who this is. We'll put him right. Oh no! We'll put him right here. We'll put him right there. I keep all kinds and definitely want to get some wild ones. And I have a bunch of other fish. As do we all have a bunch of other fish. So are your favorite fish betta fish because that's your name? What are some of the other fish you keep, Betta Fish Productions? I myself range from small native fish like this tank you see behind me to large monster fish including alligator gar, peacock bass, red-tailed catfish. But I also dabble in small niche live bearers like least killifish, some species of goodeids, as well as things like rams, guppies, whatever. So I'm a little bit all over the place. I would be interested to see where you lie. I know that Aqua Lizard likes to breed betta fish for himself, as well as he has a fire eel and a Fahaka puffer as his little pets. So do you have any pet fish? And by pet fish, I mean like a bigger fish that has that kind of personality. Like I would say this bass is a pet. You know? Let me know. Take another sip of water. Chugging through it. I'm absolutely chugging through it. I got a whole bunch. African cichlids, live bear, wolffish, silver dollars, puffers, piranha, etc. The hell you mean etc.? Like etc. like you're just gonna list every single type of fish? Come on. What species of wolffish, betta fish? What species, huh? Black, purple, Amira? Shit, Amira. You don't got one of those. What species you got, huh? And also, I mean, African cichlids, pretty based. You don't see that too often anymore. What lake? What family? You a Tanganyikan guy? Maybe a Malawi mofo? You know, I've dabbled in Malawi myself, Tanganyika a little bit. I've done Mambuna cichlids for nearly 10 years. I have since gotten over them. But, interesting. Love African cichlids. Wolffish, though, is definitely the standout to me. Piranha, I enjoy them from a distance. I wouldn't really keep a piranha tank myself. Maybe like a tank full of piranha just for like, put your finger in there. But I like fish with personality. The wolffish, that thing's got personality. That thing probably wants to kill you. What species you got, betta fish? Man, I miss Jamie. If you guys were in my last live, you'd know who Jamie is. Gold wolffish. That's fire. Peacocks. Peacocks are nice. I was more of a Mambuna guy when I was into the Malawis, because it was thrust upon me, and I would never do it again, because I did it for so long, and you know, Mambunas are dicks. But peacock cichlids, get a few nice sized peacock cichlids. Beautiful, colorful, personable. But the gold wolffish is kind of crazy. Are they one of the smaller species? Is it like a, you know, like kind of like a 6-inch kind of guy? Or you got like a big massive wolf? I've never seen a gold wolffish before. The ones I'm most familiar are going to be the black and the purple. Those are the ones that I've personally kept before. But I also know of course, the granddaddy Amiras, but nothing of the golds. That's kind of cool. But what's your tank number? You know? Yo, if any of you guys got multiple tank syndrome in the comments, type the number of how many tanks you have, and we're gonna see who's the tank granddaddy of all this, alright? Because I got my number in my head, but I ain't gonna reveal how many tanks. You fuck, go back and watch my videos. You can see how many tanks I have. But I have a number. 0. Foxglove has 0 tanks. Then what the hell are you doing here? Just kidding. We love you, Foxglove. But that just means you're gonna have to talk to one of us, and we're gonna have to get you a fish tank. 200. 200 tanks? Why do I not believe? I believe you. What do you have, a fish house, Aqua Lizard? Beta Fish, do you have as many tanks as this guy? Because honestly, I was feeling confident in how many aquariums I had. Yeah, 20 or so. I have like 21 tanks. 200 is crazy. Are they all like 5 gallon? Are they all like 2.5 gallon tanks? I love fish and the hobby, but more of a watcher. Are you more of a watcher, Foxglove, because you're afraid to do it? Or is it because your living situation does not allow you to? Oh. Yeah, but like, you work in an aquarium, right? Are you the sole caretaker of those 200 aquariums, or are the sole proprietor? Like, if you're the head of aquatics at this zoo, then you technically can say that they're all your tanks, because they are. But if you're just like, you know, an aquarist, then they're not your tanks, you just work on them. Because I've worked in aquatics for a very long time, and, you know, it's hard to not call them your tanks at a certain point, but I think half of it is when you're not in the business of owning it, you let it go. Ah, flooded your room. Well, did you put a what'd you put the freaking cartridge in there, and then it clogged up and overflowed? Because unless your parents are completely against it, you know, and I mean, look, I'm gonna tell you, Foxglove, right now, if it's like a family thing where it's like, you flooded my house once, I'm not letting you do that again. Understandable. But if you can ever do it, if you see behind me, this is a sponge filter, an air-driven sponge filter. I think so. I was at work. This is an air-driven sponge filter. It is powered by nothing more than bubbles, and it draws water through a coarse sponge and up and out the top, and it will never overflow your tank. And it's going to be more efficient than a hang-on back filter with a cartridge, because those cartridges don't do shit. Those cartridges don't work. Carbon doesn't really do much. Argument over. I had a sponge filter at first. Yeah, you never really need to upgrade. I started, look, Fox, this is going to be crazy. This tank was set up 9 days ago. And it's doing great. Fish, plants, everything. I started slow. But I also took water and plants and substrate from outside. So it was already cycled. But, you know, those sponge filters, the only problem with them is if you don't have a thick sand bed, you're going to get a lot of detritus and malm building up on the sand bed that you're going to want to suck out. But, you know, for someone like me, you just let the you let the plants take care of it, and it kind of becomes a. I can't wait to get to 500 subs so I can start getting more stuff and hopefully open up a fish shop one day. Well, that's awesome, Beta Fish. I'm hoping to get to. Well, I'm already at 1,300. I'm not trying to get many more subscribers right now. I'm trying to get my 4,000 watch hours so I can start monetizing my YouTube channel to be able to promote the hobby. If you would ever start a fish shop, I would love to help you. I would love to help promote that for you. I am slowly starting to launch my own aquatic plant farm going out of my fish room, where I'll be selling aquatic plants as well as some of my live bearers online. But I really need your guys' help to get the 4,000 watch hours to be able to get monetized so I can start doing this full time and really build a really sustainable supply chain to be able to get aquatic plants cheap. And as you see, you know, even what I'm doing down here in Florida, collecting plants, collecting fish, this is all eventually going to become inventory. You know, I'm going to be culturing these mosquito fish to be feeders for my fish room so I can feed my monster fish for cheaper. But I really appreciate the the support from Beta Fish Productions. Foxglove, we will get you another fish tank. Don't you worry. We'll get you a sustainable ecosystem, low-tech aquarium, and you're going to love it. But if everyone, I mean, look, I'm gonna be that guy. If anyone here has not subscribed to Beta Fish Productions, go subscribe to Beta Fish Productions and help them get to 500. I know that when this live ends, I'll if I can remember, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna subscribe to Beta Fish Productions because yeah, I think we gotta help each other out here as hobbyists, as aquarists, as people who want to make this. Because look, there's already been an entire generation of people on this app, on YouTube, TikTok, whatever, doing aquarium things. There's already been an entire generation that built this whole infrastructure of talking about fish tanks and informational videos and whatnot. And I feel that that generation is slowly starting to age out. And you know, you see it with like Rachel O'Leary and Dustin's Fish Tanks. Like, they're still going, but you know, the relevance kind of curve drops. So it's up to us to keep people interested, to keep the hobby fresh, to be able to draw new blood in there, to draw new people into it. So definitely let's all support each other in that, and we're going to be doing bigger and better things, you know, every day. We're going to get Beta Fish Productions having their own fish shop, and it's going to be an approved by Beta Fish Care. If you're ever familiar with there's an Instagram account that is dedicated to the ethical sustainability and sourcing of beta fish, and they have a list of approved stores throughout the country of where they ethically keep beta fish, because as you know, most beta fish are chronically abused in little cups and whatnot that you have to then, you know, save them from PetSmart by buying them, which only encourages more abuse. So we hope that we have more sustainable aquarists like Beta Fish Productions to help, you know, keep fish ethically. And that's a similar goal to myself. Keep fish ethically, provide cheaper products to good people. I'm happy to help out, and I really appreciate it. Yeah, we appreciate you, Beta Fish Productions. Look, small like there's the whole stupid, we're small creators, you know, whatever, we'll stick together. But, you know, you keep saying, oh, small guys stick together, small guys stick together. We're going to be the next big guys. It's what I'm saying. The relevance curve for the older generation is falling off. The people who watch The King of DIY now are not the same people who watched The King of DIY 10 years ago, because the relevance has just dropped off, and it's gone from education to entertainment. And we've kind of lost the education unless you go on Reddit and get roasted, right? Unless you post a picture of your tank and then everyone's like, you're the worst fish keeper ever. And it's like, what? So I think at the end of the day, we just got to keep promoting our hobby, keep promoting how to do things right. You know, there's many ways to skin a cat, as it is with life. There's many ways to do a lot of things. There's many ways to keep fish. Not saying that if you keep fish with rainbow-colored gravel, you're good. You're not. Don't use rainbow-colored gravel. But, like, you know, you could do a no filter tank. You could do a planted tank. You could do a fish-only tank. You could do a whatever, you know, saltwater, freshwater, plants, no plants, native fish, exotic fish. It doesn't really matter. What really matters at the end of the day is nature, right? We do this, we keep aquariums because it's soothing, because it's relaxing, because it's a hobby, but we really do it to connect with nature, to get back to that state, because to quote Ed Bailu, water is life. Everything in life is drawn to water. When you walk near a stream or a river and you hear the flowing water, it draws you to it as it draws all wildlife to it, because humans and water are like this, you know? So to have a piece of a living environment within your home, that's the goal. That's the goal, people. I don't know where my brother went. I do not know where my brother went. I want him to come back here. Should I go look for him? I do still have to go to the bathroom. Would you guys, if I went and took a break and left the live stream on, would you guys still be here when I came back? Comment right now. Because when I come back, I will go outside and take you guys fishing. Breeze will. Because Breeze, I know you want me to go fishing. Breeze, I will go fishing. Because I feel bad. I want my brother to be here and we go fishing. Yeah, we do it the right way, and there's some bigger channels make fake videos and release invasive fish for content. Yup. There's a trend on Instagram now. I approve of it. I think it's funny, but it's the wrong idea of people releasing their goldfish into like bass ponds and watching them get murked. It's like, yeah, ha ha ha, so funny, but like, yeah. I mean, look, you want me to shout out people who do it wrong? Like, I'm not going to shout out, I'm not going to say names of people who do it wrong. And I'm also going to tell you this, beta fish. I'm just setting up cherry shrimp tanks as I listen to you. Look at you, you have you started selling shrimp yet, Aqua Lizard? Because I've been in the shrimp game before. My cousin has done a lot with cherry shrimp. You can make decent money. I knew a guy, Robert Brooke, in the UK who was doing Caradinia shrimp. He didn't have to work. Well, also because the UK is retarded and they give you money for staying home. But like that plus shrimp money, he was good. Fucking paid for his fish room. So keep that up, Aqua Lizard. All right. So I've got 2 yeses. Beta fish, I'm gonna assume you're gonna stay there. I feel bad leaving. I don't want to, have an accident. I'm not gonna have a fucking accident. I'm fine. But I did just finish this whole bottle of water. That's evidence enough right there that, what goes in must come out, so. But yeah, I think we should all take a page out of Aqua Lizard's book and work on your aquariums while you're listening to me. Because it's very hard. I try to find things to listen to while I do other things. And it's usually like, I don't know, I feel like if I watch fish things, I was following the father fish method. My bad, I'm gaming at the same time. No, that's good, Foxglove. That's what I'm saying. You should be doing other things as we're here. I mean, I'm going to tell you this right now. The attention span on you fuckers is crazy. You can't even focus on me. I'm focusing on you. I'm joking. All jokes. But it's good. Split your time up, because if you guys are all doing something else while doing this, that means if I leave for a second and, you guys will still be here. So I appreciate that. Father fish method, Foxglove, is the best method. Not to shill father fish, because I still haven't even followed his method fully. Because this method, this is the Ray, because I'm the Rayquatics. So this is the Rayquatics method. I got sand from the beach. I got a bunch of plants and a bunch of dirt, and I've been shoving dead fish under it like you do with the father fish method. And it's been working out. And it's just, and also the Dustin's fish tank method of 1 million plants before you put a fish in there. So it's, I take from a Breeze just subscribed, welcome. Another good reason that I was telling all of you that we need 4,000 watch hours. So go back and watch all the previous videos, as well as stay tuned for Monday. I'm going to be releasing another one, is that once we get enough watch hours, I can start implementing super chats, and I can highlight replies and all that fun stuff, because I want to make the lives a little bit more fun for you guys. I want more community interaction. I love this. This is my favorite thing of hearing all of you guys and talking. So, another reason to keep watching and subscribe. I'll be here. Alright. I appreciate... Look, this is the crew right now. I know who's here, and I know how many. I'm going to go relieve myself, and I'm going to try and find my brother, and we're going to come back, have a little conversation, and then we're going to go outside, and we're going to fish, and if the fish aren't biting, we're going to go try and find some gators, okay? Keep that in mind. Fox, stay gaming. Aqua Lizard, stay shrimping. Beta fish, stay beta-ing. Breeze, stay breezing. I'll be right back. Yo, Rayquatics went to the bathroom real quick. We're gonna go fishing in a minute. We'll be back shortly. But yeah, this is our native tank, made from everything in the back. It's pretty sweet. 4 people.
Let's go. When he comes back, I'll see if we're gonna go out. See what we could catch. How's everybody doing tonight? Oh yeah. We'll be back shortly and we'll get it going. Sorry for the wait. Breeze, thank you for this subscribe. Let's go. We'll be back real shortly. I'm 37 so far from 500. Yo. Rayquatics is back.
We're back, baby.
Let's go.
We're in the water now.
Yo, we gotta get worms, honestly.
We gotta go.
Oh yeah, let's go to Walmart.
Yeah, we can take them with us.
Alright, we're going for a ride. Good, just chilling. I'm just chilling, Fox.
Oh, Foxglove's back? Yo,
Fox Glove, let's go.
you know, they're gaming right now. People are doing
Nice,
other
nice,
things.
nice.
All
Nice.
right, so we're gonna go on a ride.